Welcome to Broken or Shattered. Good evening. Welcome to Broken Not Shattered. This is your host, Ike Ogbuebile. It is a wonderful, beautiful day out here in the DMV area of the United States. So I don't know where you are in the world. I want to believe that wherever you are, you're having a great time too. It's either a lovely day out there in the United Kingdom. For our audience who are in West Africa, especially those in Nigeria, I want to believe it's a fantastic evening for you. For those in Qatar and any other parts of the Emirates, we just want to say welcome to this special edition. Today, I'm not with my co-host Obi, so I'm going to be rocking this show all by myself. It's interesting when I get to do this all by myself. I don't have I don't have a guest. I don't have a co-host. Excuse me. I don't have a guest. I don't have a co-host, and I gotta really just speak to my audience and share the journey so far. So today, my producers have asked me to go into take questions as they come, and most importantly, just share the journey so far. So I want to believe in October 10th, on the 10th of October 2021, we actually started this podcast, Broken Not Shattered. It's been a journey and a very interesting one. We have seen tremendous improvement in everything we've done so far. But most importantly, we have seen lives being impacted. We have seen lives being inspired. We have seen a strong fellowship. So of people who just log in every Sunday just to watch us, and those who come back during the week just to see what's going on Broken Not Shattered. I have been as consistent as I can be in showing up every Sunday wherever I am in the world, whether I'm traveling or at home. I try to log in and just do what I believe I've been called to do for such a time as this. It takes its toll sometimes, I must say. And like today, I have been down all week with a bad cough and a bad cold. But hey, the show must go on, right? That's what they say. So I am back up this afternoon, and here we go. Um, a couple of questions. People come back and watch the show later on, and then they send me messages asking me questions. I try as much as possible to be honest as possible and answer the questions that I have answers for. Sometimes when I don't, I try to find persons in my circle that might have the experience of the understanding, and then I invite them over to be what I call a subject matter expert. And when they come in, they get the opportunities just to speak to the audience, if not speak to me, and then I'll pass that information over to the audience. But a very particular question came in this week, and I felt it was very important for me to take time and reflect as I answer that question. The question was basically asking me, as the host, um, what have been my life lessons so far. Uh, I when you just continue with life and life just goes on, you're not taking time to pause sometimes to find out what have you actually learned through certain experiences that you've gone through. What have you learned through certain relationships that you've been in and out of? What have you learned from investments that you've invested and lost in, and those that you won? What exactly have been your life lessons? So I have penned down as much as I can in no particular order, five things that I believe that are my own lessons. And this is just me sharing my own lessons, right? So I don't want anyone to start inboxing me and say, hey, Ike, you should have said this, you should have said that, or how about this, how about that? Life is a journey. So the journey continues as long as every day we wake up and we're breathing. For that, we thank God for and Him alone, because many went to bed last night and were not able to wake up to see this morning. Some of us left this morning and didn't come back home. So we know that somewhere in the world, um, someone had just ended their own journey in life. So life is a journey, and we want to celebrate every moment we're alive, and we thank God for those opportunities. That goes without saying. Back to the question: what are my life lessons? I'll start off with number one when I come back from this short break. 5 life lessons that I've learned in my journey so far. Like I said earlier on, when I started off, in no particular order. Lesson number one is prioritize. Prioritize your time, your resources, and your person. Um, what do I mean by that? We have limited time. Um, the average person, right? I'm just saying the average person will have 75 years to live. 75 years. That is, if I break it down, you have 75 summers, 75 winters, 75 springs, just 75. So you have 75 years to live, right? That's the average person. Some might live longer than that, some might go before then, but whatever be the case, you just have 75 years, right? And in that 75 years, the aim is to make sure you maximize your time, maximize your assignment, maximize your potential, maximize whatever you've been called to do here on earth. And if you have only 75 years, that means you don't have enough time. You don't have a lot of time to play around with. You don't have a lot of time to go back and forth. So you must learn how to prioritize. I have learned how to prioritize. The first thing I did was obviously I learned that at the beginning of every day, I must prioritize God, who is the center of everything that I do in my relationship in Christ Jesus. That's the first. That's that he gets all priority and first priority, right? And then I learned also that family, the that family is important. When I say family, it is my children, it is my siblings, it is my close circle of friends who have become friends, and also I now see them as my brothers or sisters. Um, they're all like one big family. So I've learned to prioritize my family. My cousins, I put them first. One of my closest friends is my cousin Ike, Dr. Ike. For those of you who know very well, no, I'm not the Dr. Ike. He is the Dr. Ike. So I prioritize my family. So if he calls me now and I'm in the middle of something, I'm gonna stop and attend to him. Why? Because if I call him, I know he's gonna stop and attend to me. So I've learned over the years to prioritize my time. Friends, not all friends prioritize you, right? And if someone don't make anyone uh, a priority if they've made you an option. It's as simple as that. No hard feelings. If you are an option to someone, then that's fine. It's okay. I will just also make you an option. I can't make you a priority because I will only prioritize those that prioritize me. If you make me a priority, I will make you a priority. If I make you a priority, I expect you in return to make me a priority because our time is very limited, right? And it cuts across whatever you're doing in your workspace. There are certain assignments that when you go into the office or go into work on the business decisions, there are things that are important and there are things that seem important. Uh, I, will- I always ask people to figure out where certain things fall in. Not every meeting should you attend. Not every event can you attend. You can only attend the events where you know that if you are not there, things might go wrong, right? But if you can delegate your time or delegate that assignment to somebody else, then do so. I have a friend of mine. She's told me over the years that in her family that she's not the oldest, but everything seems to fall on her when it comes to decisions that the family have to make. And sometimes I listen to her when she's talking. It's almost like I hear her say that ti my time has passed, or I'm running out of time, or I feel this burden of, having to carry my family because if I don't step up, no one will. Well, hey, that's wrong because I guarantee you, you're not indispensable. If you are not there today, the family will sort themselves out, right? They're taking advantage of the fact that you're always available. It happened to me growing up. I was always the one who was out there, go get, go get, go get, go get. And so sometimes my family would just default things, and they would just follow my laps because they know, okay, if you give this to Ike, he's going to make it happen. Give this to Ike, he's going to make it happen. Then I realized that, priority. I'm not the only one. There's 6 kids in the family, right? And everyone is gifted in their own way. They have their own stuff that they can accomplish. I'm not the smartest in my family. I'm not the most educated in my out of my siblings. My older brother, as long as I'm concerned, is such a sharp brain. But sometimes he'll just allow things to fall on my laps and just let me have it because he knows that if it goes to Ike, Ike will deliver. So I've learned over the years to prioritize and say no. So I begin to create boundaries and say, nope, I'm not going to do this. And it's okay to say no. And if someone cannot take your no, then it's a good opportunity for you to know where they actually fall into your life. When you give those no's and the people pull away because of your no, then that's okay also because your no's help you eliminate the chaff and the waste around you. Sometimes you just go ahead and say absolutely no, I can't take this and I won't do it, and you're good to go, right? So that's okay. Secondly, um, there are people in your life that are attached to you. Not everyone around you that is attached to you or is close to you is assigned to you. Um, those who are attached to you will come because of what they can get. And once what they can get is over, they would move on. And that's okay, right? Um, those who are assigned to you would stay. They're not there for what they can get. They're there to push you into your own destiny. They're there to push you into your own dimension of what life has called you to do. They will support you in good times and in bad times. They will tell you to your face the things you don't want to hear. And those are the people that have been assigned to you. You might not like it when they start talking to you. There might be tension, but they will challenge you as you challenge them because they have been assigned to you. And they will always be there for the best of times and the worst of times. They will all stand by you. Even if they don't call you on a regular basis, they don't talk to you on a regular basis, because they've been assigned to you, you always see them consistently in your life. The problem is what is not okay is when you don't prioritize and you can't tell the difference between those who have been assigned to you and those who have been attached to you. Utilize your time well to those who have been assigned to you. Don't waste too much time on those who have been attached to you. The difference is for you to find out. When we come back on Broken Not Shattered, I'll talk about some other life lessons that I've learned. Welcome to Broken Not Shattered. For those of you who are just joining in, who didn't see the first part, I've been talking about some 5 life lessons that I've learned over the year. The first thing I said discussed earlier on was prioritize. Second life lesson for me, love more. What does that mean? Um, Feel free to love people as much as you can. Don't let anyone tell you who to love and who you don't and who you can't love. Um, Love as much as you can. Love is the most powerful tool that anyone can actually give to another person. Uh, God Himself is love, and God has loved us tremendously, and so we should give love back, even to those who don't love us. There's something for me that warms my heart every time that God Himself will look at me, and the most unlovable parts of me, in spite of the most unlovable parts of me, He still loves me. Every time I think about the most unlovable parts of me and God can still love me, wow, who am I then to hold back and not love others? As much as I can, I will love you. I will love you close up. I can love you from a distance. But one of the priorities about life is to just love more. You don't have to you don't have to be available all the time. You don't have to show up all the time. But from a distance, you can love and support and show care and concern to people around you. I love my kids, my children. I love them dearly. I love my siblings. I love my friends. Um, uh, Different levels of love for different relationships. But as long as I'm concerned, just go out there and love more. Love is a powerful tool. Even those that hate you, if you just keep on showing them love and showing them kindness, um, birthdays come around, you wish somebody a happy birthday, they don't wish you a happy birthday back. You wish their mother's happy Mother's Day or happy Father's Day, they don't wish you back. Just keep on doing what you can, right? If you feel it's a burden, forget it, let it go. But as long as you can, as long as much as you can, from the inside, just let it flow. Love more. I've learned to love more. I think it's good for me. I find it very healthy. And if anyone tries to stifle that part of me by telling me, oh, by loving this person it's wrong or loving that person is right, you're gone. You're out because you can't tell me who to love. I can't even tell myself who to love sometimes. I just find myself, even people who are not that lovable, I try to actually show them love. So love more. And don't just love those that love you. It's the easiest thing to do is to love people that love you. Love people regardless. Uh, Show them respect, show them care, show concern, and just be you. The third thing is self care. Self care. Wow. Now that one is a big one for me. Self care. The word speaks for itself. In other words, care for yourself. I am, I am, I am useless to anyone around me if I can't take good care of myself. Right. So if I am not physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally sound and strong, then I can't help anyone else. It's just as simple as that. I can't help anyone else. I can't be there for anyone else. Um, it's something that you just have to be very intentional about to care for yourself. Self care is one of the most important things that everyone has to be involved in, especially in today's age. There's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of tension out there. Every morning when you wake up and go about your business, a lot of things out there going on. You have to make out time to care for yourself. For the mother who's run up and down with her kids and taking them to all those games, you need to find out time, mom, to sit down and just pick up a book if that's what you like doing and read. If you like watching the movies, put the kids, shut them out, put on some movies, and just what if you want to listen to music, you want to listen to praise and worship, whatever makes you want to study your Bible, whatever it is that you want to do. You want to go hang out with your girls, go do your hair, get some pampering time, yeah, go for a massage, whatever it is. Don't feel guilty. The biggest problem is that most people feel guilty when they start taking care of themselves. Recently, I did something that I wanted to do for myself, right? Initially, I remember that morning when I woke up and I was about to go and take care of that business, right? I felt a little guilt, like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. You have this to take care of. You have school fees to pay. You have a project you're actually taking care of. You got this, you got that, you got bills. Everything came in front of me, and I said, hold on a second. This is me putting everything else in front of me, right? I had to pause and say, no, you do this for you. And I went out and I did it for me. And every now and then I just get in and I cruise. So it's self care, taking care of yourself. Whatever it is that makes you feel good with yourself, whatever it means that makes you feel happy with yourself, you want to hang out with your boys, just you and your boys, go out and hang out with your boys. I don't care what anybody else has to say. If that's where you go to, hang out with your one or two friends of yours, and that's where you get the calmness in your head. You like to travel, get up and travel because that is how you live your life. remember now, it's you that's living, nobody else. So self-care is very important. Surround yourself with people who are positive, right? If somebody has issues with their own confidence, right? They lack self-confidence, and they're very close in your circle, they're gonna try and push that whole thing into you. They'll make you feel guilty. They'll make you feel unaccomplished because they feel unaccomplished. So surround yourself with positive people, right? And avoid negative energy as much as you can. Surround yourself with positive people and avoid negative energy. Negative energy is what is draining, it consumes you. Negative energy could be from your friends, it could be from your work circle, it could be from your family members, it could be in a relationship. Just avoid negative energy and toxic relationships. Those are drainers, those are the ones that wipe people out. Self-care is very important. The next thing in no particular order, like I said, for me, another life lesson was believe. Believe in God. For me, it is Jesus Christ, right? He is the center of my own world. I know how I came to Christ, and after that, it's been my own personal foundation. It's unshakable, unwavering. I can go through tough times and tough challenges. I have seen God's hand on my life as the most authentic thing that has happened to me. It is the best thing that has happened to me as a person. So I believe in God Himself, the creator of the universe. I believe in His only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, as the center of my life. And I try to carry that in me as a believer in that, to share that same love and that kindness and that grace and that mercy and that compassion that has been given unto me. I try to share it to people around me. That's why sometimes I can just be like, oh my God, I didn't know that about you. But it's because of that same reason, right? Believe in yourself, believe in yourself, and believe in the people that are around you. Believe more. Believe in yourself. Believe that you can accomplish great and mighty things. Believe that you've been called to do great and mighty things. Never underestimate the days of little beginning, because those days of little beginning are what form the individual that you will end up being eventually when you get to the top of the ladder. And remember, life is a journey. So just make sure in all that you do, make sure you believe. Believe in yourself, believe in God, believe in people around you, believe more. All right? Believe that no matter what challenge you go through in life, that you can bounce back from it. Believe that no matter what a sickness you face, that you can get healed by the grace and the special power that is in you through Christ Jesus. Believe. I am a strong believer, and I believe that God has shown me. I spoke to someone very recently, and he said, "Wow, they tried, but they could never get you down." I said, "Well, what they didn't count on was, it's not me. It is it is the creator life in me. It is what I carry in the inside that could not have been defeated. It is who I am and who God has created me to be that cannot be taken away. That is what the difference is. It's not I am just like a mortal man, but those that are behind me, whoa, forget about it. So I that is the reason why, despite every challenge, people that I bounce back. I'm being stretched, and then released further launched further into my purpose and into my destiny. Same reason why I got up this afternoon to do this podcast. Despite the fact that I haven't been feeling too strong during the week, I said, you know what? There's someone out there who needs to hear this voice and be told, you have to believe in you. When I come back, I'll give you the last one, and then I'll give out my shout outs, and that's a wrap. See you guys in a few seconds on Broken Not Shattered. Welcome to the last segment of Broken Not Shattered. I've been talking to people, audience all over the world in the last 25 minutes about my own life lessons, and there are more of them. I just prioritized them in no special order. My first priority was prioritize The second one was love more. The third one was self care. And I just finished talking about believing in God, believing in you, believing in those around you, believing in everything that you have and everything that you need to accomplish your purpose in life has already been given to you. You just have to believe. Excuse me. The last but not the least, whew, it's difficult doing these shows live, you know. The last but not the least is remain authentic. Remain authentic. Don't try to be someone else. If you put someone else, if you try to be better than someone else, then you have made that person the the benchmark for your own success in life. If I try to make someone else the benchmark for my own success, and I put them uh, as aiming to try to be better than them, then that means I would never be the best of who I am. Because the best of who you are is you being authentic. Authentic is you being yourself. The way I want to be loved or treated in a relationship, there is no other man on this earth that wants to be loved or treated in that particular way because I am unique. The way I find myself in relationships, right, is my own unique world. You have to, so if someone wants to be with me or if I need to be with someone else, I have to also understand how that person is unique in their own way. There is no two Ike Ogbuebiles in this world. There's only one, and this is him. No one else. Anyone else that shows up is a fake, right? So, and this is verified. I am verified. So, at the end of the day, no, just be authentic. Be yourself. Tell people where you stand and make them understand why you stand where you stand, right? When you show up as much as possible, let the authentic you always show up. Be authentic, be yourself. If you like to laugh and have a good time, and I think it's great for people to laugh more and play more. I think medicine laughter is good for the soul. It's a good medicine for the soul. And so, if you're a guy who likes to crack jokes, man, that's who you are. Just crack jokes. If you're a guy with a thick accent and that's who you are, you like it that way, that's fine. If you have an afro or a bush and that's how you are and you feel comfortable in that afro and that bush, please, by all means, carry your afro and be the most authentic self. If you like to study and read, if you like to play golf, another person likes to play tennis, just be yourself. Because when you're always your authentic self, that's where the creative juice in you begins to flow. You are assigned for a purpose here on earth that no one else but you can actually do. I'll say that again. You have been assigned for a purpose that nobody else can do on earth except for you. I know my assignment and I focus on that assignment. If anybody else tries to bring anything else that is not mine, then I try as much as possible to move away from it. Um, because I know my authentic self. And uh, you will be challenged in that authentic self of yours. People will come up with different things. People might even accuse you, uh, create false stories about you. It doesn't matter. You just know. Bottom line is you know exactly who you are, and take and walk in that confidence wherever you go. I'm not sure if I've answered all your questions for the person who sent that message, but I hope I have. My five lessons are very straightforward. Prioritize, love more, self-care, believe, and remain authentic. And that is all I have to say on today's Broken Not Shattered. I hope someone else picks this up and it helps and inspires them in their own walk and in their own life. Let me use the opportunity to say happy birthday to my baby girl, Chichi, who just turned 18 yesterday. I know you're in London having fun with the family. Just know that dad loves you and can't wait to have you back in the US soon. All right. And then to my family and friends who are out there in Marrakesh, having a ball. Happy birthday again, Jojo. Do your thing, guys, and have a fantastic and phenomenal time. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there to join you guys on this trip, but all is well. Take care. To all my friends who are celebrating one thing or the other this month, I celebrate with you. We have a few events coming up over the weekend. Hopefully, we'll be able to catch up and just celebrate life. If you're out there, please, please, please take out a second, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe on Broken Not Shattered. This platform is here to inspire, encourage, and uplift. Share that same link with a friend so they can also come on and also subscribe to what we're doing out here on Broken Not Shattered. Click on the notification button so you'll be notified every Sunday once we go live at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next week, I wish you guys a fantastic and phenomenal week. This is the last Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, of the month of June. And we're moved into the next session, the next 6 months of the year. I want to take this opportunity to declare to someone that your best days are ahead of you. You are going to see a phenomenal change in your environment, a constructive, powerful change in your environment if you believe. I pray that God would bring destiny helpers into your way and that you would recognize them when they come for increase in every dimension of your life. Have a wonderful week, and in our own special 3 words: love, power, and more grace. Take care. See you next week on Broken Not Shattered. And please feel free to subscribe and join the family at Broken Not Shattered.